Well, another horrifying story comes to life as we learn what the inside information is on Adam Montgomery's arrest affidavit, a place where he's accused of beating his beautiful 5-year-old child to death. We now know how the little girl died, but we still can't understand why. Well, hey folks, welcome to Profiling Evil and this opportunity to talk a little more about paternal filicide, fathers who murder their children. I hope you'll join me live tonight at 9 p.m. as we talk about another case and try to tie all this together. Please take a moment, hit that like and subscribe button, and join us later as we talk about the triple murder of those 3 little boys by their father over in Ohio. But for now, let's explore paternal filicide categories called accidental filicide as we dig into the murder case of Harmony Montgomery. Shock doesn't begin to describe the cumulative horror that we're feeling as this unsealed arrest affidavit against Adam Montgomery was released today, alleging that he murdered his 5-year-old daughter Harmony. I'm going to be talking about this phenomenon later tonight, about fathers who murder their children and the classifications of these kinds of killers. So make sure you join me at 9 p.m. Eastern. It's a special Profiling Evil Academy session. Now, the pieces of the puzzle are all starting to come together as I grind my way through this terribly painful affidavit. If we go back in time around December of 2021, you'll remember when this little girl disappeared and there was a full court effort. The child's biological mother was trying to find her. Police got involved. The state got involved. There was some embarrassment on a whole bunch of fronts, but they never found Harmony Montgomery. Police interviewed Kayle Montgomery, who was then married to Adam Montgomery. I think she still is married to him. And Kayle indicated back in December of 2021 that Harmony was dropped off by her father, Adam, to the biological mother and not seen again. This happened about Thanksgiving in 2021, and investigators didn't believe the story. And after she repeated the story during a grand jury trial, they found evidence that impeached her, that proved she was lying. She was brought back to meet with police in a procedure that's called a proffer meeting. Now, a proffer meeting is just a chance for a defendant to cooperate with the government on criminal cases in exchange for having charges against them dropped or reduced. Usually, the government's case is so strong that it can't be overcome, and the people are compelled to tell the truth about what happened, to snitch, in essence, on others. That's exactly what she did with Adam. Now, the state had what it needed potentially to charge Kayle with obstructing a murder investigation, perhaps even participating in a murder. So she was in a rock and a hard spot. So Kayle Montgomery caved under the pressure and told police what happened to Harmony. She said that Adam and Harmony and she had been living out of their car after they lost their apartment. And boy, I'll tell you, the stress was surely starting to grow there. Now, Harmony had had a number of events where she wasn't able to say, get me to a bathroom in time, and she had accidents. On that fateful day, Kayle testified that Adam beat Harmony to death in a fit of rage because she had another bathroom incident in the car. Can you imagine that? Beating this 5-year-old little girl, that beautiful girl with those glasses that you all became so attached to. Now, according to the affidavit, Adam repeatedly struck Harmony, who was 5 years old at the time. Keep that in mind. And he punched her in the head and face with his clenched fist. Now, Kayle described that Harmony was in the rear seat on the passenger side of the car. So while Adam was driving, he had to physically turn his body and deliver multiple sets, 3 to 4 blows with a closed fist to Harmony's face and head. And he did it on 3 different occasions. So that's potentially as many as 12 or 15 punches to the face by an adult male against a 5-year-old little child. Kayle stated that after the final blow, Adam said words to the effect that he felt something or heard something when he hit Harmony that time. And he said, "I think I really hurt her this time. I think I did something." Can you imagine? Well, to make matters even worse, Adam nor Kayle did anything to provide first aid or to check on this child who was in the back seat moaning for a short time. And then she went silent. Now, the affidavit says that at no time did anyone stop or get Harmony medical attention as a result of the punching of the assault. Instead, they just continued on to a fast food restaurant so they could get breakfast. And you know what? This thing doesn't get any better. For another 20 minutes, they leave this lifeless child in the back seat where she eventually dies a short time later. Now, Adam and Kayla's response to her death wasn't to get her medical care. It was to stuff her in a duffel bag and later in a cooler, and then for months and months transport her and slowly, and I believe meticulously, cut her little body up so that they could dispose of it. There was no hospital stop. There was no 911 call. Well, tonight, folks, I'm going to be exploring this phenomenon of fathers who kill their children. And we're going to talk about the classification in those kinds of crimes, excluding this one, which I think didn't fit Dorman's case. Chad Dorman is the father who murdered his 3 sons in Ohio a few days ago. The reason it doesn't fit, I think you're going to hear right now, and that is that the one classification I don't talk about tonight is accidental filicide. Now, I'm finding myself wondering at this point if Harmony Montgomery's murder actually fits this classification, and here's why, and this is why I think it's important and a nice segue into what we're going to talk about tonight. Accidental filicide is the accidental murder of a child when there's a ton of stress and there's a limited support network in place. It usually plays a major role. Now, I'm really simplifying things here, but these types of homicides are usually unintentional, although anybody with half a brain could know that punching a little 5-year-old girl, an adult male punching a little 5-year-old girl in the face and head, could cause death. I think that's why we're seeing, in part, the charges that we're seeing on Montgomery, because he's not charged with capital murder like some of you might want him to have. He's being charged with second-degree murder, and I wonder if that's going to go back to this idea that it was an accidental death, even though it was an intentional beating. So he's charged with second-degree murder, witness tampering, tampering with evidence, and the abuse of a corpse.
I do want to warn viewers that some of these details are difficult to hear this afternoon. Harmony Montgomery hasn't been seen since 2019. She wasn't reported missing until 2 years later. And then last year, her father Adam was charged with her murder. The affidavit released this morning says police believe that murder happened on December 7th, 2019. According to Adam Montgomery's wife, Kayle, Adam was extremely upset that 5-year-old Harmony was not saying when she needed to go to the bathroom and was having accidents in the car. Kayle stated that after each accident, Adam would get upset and would strike Harmony in the head and or face with a closed fist. Kayle stated that after the final blow, Adam said words to the effect of that he felt something or heard something when he hit Harmony and, quote, "I think I really hurt her this time. I think I did something." The affidavit says later that day, Adam and Kayle realized Harmony was dead. The affidavit also details how Adam allegedly moved Harmony's body several times, keeping her at a relative's house, a shelter, and the freezer of a restaurant in Manchester, New Hampshire. He then rented a U-Haul that prosecutors say he used to hide the remains. Harmony's body has never been found. Adam Montgomery is awaiting trial on murder charges. He was convicted earlier this month on unrelated weapons charges.
Now listen, folks, please take time and join me at 9 p.m. to talk about paternal, that's father, filicide, homicide, paternal filicide. I think you're going to find it educational, although We all have to agree that the topic is terribly upsetting. So what are your comments, folks? I hope you'll put them down below and let me know. I mean, do you think this case might fit that accidental filicide classification? I'm going to be looking for your comments down below, and I hope you'll take time to hit the like and subscribe button and make sure you're ringing the bell so you're getting notifications. And don't miss tonight at 9 p.m. You can find Profiling Evil on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and Twitter. And folks, if you like podcasts, check us out on your favorite podcast platform. Hey, we'll see you at 9 p.m. And thanks for your support of Profiling Evil. We'll see you soon at the next crime scene.